Politicians are hitting crunch time and are trying to drum up some last-minute support for their campaigns. At least one group of Mainers is focused more on getting through the day than finding their nearest polling center. News Center Maine's David Guilford sat in on a candidate forum in Portland as volunteers work to get these Mainers informed and ready to vote.
Okay, everyone, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
It's late October, and candidates are busy campaigning for votes.
And we are presenting Aki Mohadin.
People vying for a Portland City Council seat met to hear from the constituents who might be most impacted by their policies.
And since the homeless community is actually, in my opinion, about the most vulnerable community in existence, having politicians that affect your life means that you ought to have some say in who they are.
Jim Devine has been working with Homeless Voices for Justice for 22 years, having gone through it himself. He spends fall days walking through Portland, registering people to vote.
And a person doesn't have to have a residence to vote.
Getting out the vote is step one. Step two was Monday.
We talk about the causes and conditions of homelessness. One of the causes we mentioned is the high cost of rents.
That there should be more density and it should be right on major commercial lines.
If the shelter is full, then you can camp on public land for the evening.
Right.
But even...
Rick Lemire is a new volunteer with Homeless Voices for Justice. He also camps in Portland and said there are gaps in city policy about when he can camp and when he has to try to get into a shelter.
And I know it's made my life incredibly hard. So I figured, it's a good opportunity to give back some feedback so that we can hopefully try to close some of those gaps.
1,500 people seeking shelter in Maine.
It was an hour discussion involving one of several races on Portland's ballots this year. But the city's most vulnerable voter base is getting more informed.
Yeah, it's here. Take it.
And if Jim Devine has anything to say about it, more mobilized. In Portland, David Guilford, News Center, Maine.
And this forum was one of three hosted by Homeless Voices for Justice and Preble Street, involving multiple city council races and one for State House of Representatives.